For the past few years, the Brighton boys lacrosse team has been right in the middle of the pack, hovering around the 500 mark. And looking at the early portion of their schedule, there wasn't much reason to think that this year would be any different. With games against sectional champ Penfield, perennial power Canandaigua, and Christian Brothers Academy out of Syracuse, the Barons had their work cut out for them. They took that challenge by the reins, winning all three of those contests, maybe setting the stage for a season to remember.
To have them come here on our own home turf to put on the game that we had, it just kind of fell into place that the kids were really meshing. And then to go into Thursday where we had only beaten Penfield, Brighton had only beat Penfield one time in their entire program, not rivalry, but, matchup. And that was the second time in program history that they got a win there. And I believe last year against CBA, they got beat by 8 goals when they traveled there. And then to take them into double overtime, it just seems like a complete mindset shift that these kids are really willing to grind for 48 minutes, which is something that I've been pushing for since the preseason, that we can't get caught thinking about what we did in the first quarter. We can't get caught thinking about what we did in the third quarter. That it's got to be a collective 48-minute effort that we put together so that we can successfully put ourselves in a position to win.
Every team hopes to get out of the gate quickly, and when you do, it makes reaching the ultimate goal that much more realistic, including winning a sectional title for the first time since 2004.
Every season we come in looking to chase the brick, go and get our best, but this year we're making it happen. This year it's one game at a time, 12 minutes at a time, quarter by quarter, game by game. I think that's a mindset that we've all really accepted.
The start to the season has to be really validating for Benedict. He is in his first year at the helm of the Barons, a team that he faced a few times when he was the head coach at Churchville. He had a feeling when he was watching them from the other side that there was something good taking shape.
I knew there was a lot of talent on this roster, having coached against them for the last couple of years, and the reputation of Brighton. I remember playing them when I was at Churchville, and I knew that there was a lot of talent on the roster. I was really excited to get started and to really see the pieces come into place. I didn't really anticipate it to be this quick of a start. I thought there would be some growing pains, especially with a new coach coming in, getting to know the kids, but they've completely meshed together. They bought into the process. They bought into being a good teammate no matter where they fall on the roster, whether the first guy out there, the last guy on. It's just a whole collective team unit, and that's, I think, what's attributing to our success right now.
A new coach can sometimes mean growing pains, but the transition has been smooth for the most part, for both him and the players.
It was really just a smooth, seamless transition. We listened to what he had to say. We try to execute it to the best of our ability, and all we got to do is thank him because he's been nothing but great to us.
I mean, for me, it was pretty easy because he really knew what he wanted to do, and he really made sure we knew that, and we all were on board with it, and we all had an open mindset about it, and we were like, all right, well, he's a new coach. We're just gonna go with the flow, and it's been working. And it wasn't a big adjustment for me, but it was really, I think it was a really good one. A really good one, yeah.
Backside drop. Backside got
Not everyone felt the same way. For at least one player, it took some time to get used to.
Coming off the same coach I'd had for 5-6 years, very large adjustment. Definitely, he wanted to run things different. And at first I was a little apprehensive of it, not sure that I really liked how things were going. When I saw things were working, we were moving as a unit now, we were cohesive, and I jumped right on board with it, and I'm really happy with how it's working now.
One of the reasons it has been working as well is the approach that Benedict takes towards not just the team, but the program. He played at Penn Yan, a perennial powerhouse and a town that embraces the sport and the players. He wants to bring that type of atmosphere to the Barons, the feeling that they are building a culture that will be around for years to come.
Every member on this team has a position. Every member on this team has a value. And the kids that, don't get a lot of playing time, they're our locker room guys. They're our glue. They're the guys that come to practice. They get into it. They get after it. They push one another. And even though that their skills may not be to the level of some of our starters, they're still here. And the starters are really pushing them to make them better because they want to see our team, our unit, our group, our family achieve to a level that Brighton Lacrosse has yet to be pushed to.
When people see that community and that togetherness, they really want to be a part of that, and then we can build a real good program, and we can become one of those programs that you see Fairport and Victor and stuff like that.
Basically, everyone here, it's kind of like your brother on your right, your brother on your left. We're family. When we're in the locker room, it's our house. When we're on the field, this is where we go to work. So we all work together. We all go home together. It's all a good place to be.
Number 30, Alex Butcher.
Let's do it the right way. Let's have it down. Let's work hard for 48 minutes of lacrosse. Win the first 12 the right way. Boys on 3, we're sprinting to our spots. 1, 2, 3, boys! Let's go!
Hey, come on! Come on!